Hello, everybody. Again, this is Dr. Deborah with the How to Love movement. What the world needs now is to know how to love. Yeah. I know you think you know, and I think I know, but I think there is a better way. And if I didn't, I wouldn't be making my face up and sitting here in front of a computer talking to you about it. I think there is a better way to love people. There's so many disagreements, so many breakups, all kinds, family, friendships, organizations. And I think, while love is such probably the most written about, sung about concept, that's a concept, in our world, in our times, probably of all times, I think we still are kind of failing at it. Or we're not going the distance. That's what I should say. We're not going the distance where it's concerned. And I know, don't get me wrong, I know there's a point in any relationship where you have to say, I can't do this because something is just not working no matter what I do. And it takes two, so I'm not going to even get into that. That's, if you want to see me as a therapist, look me up. Liberation Family Ministries, okay? But right now, I want to talk about normalcy. What's normal? Do you know, excuse me, I just had lunch. Do you know that what is normal has changed so many times over the history of human beings? I'm sure there was a time where it was normal not to wear shoes. I'm sure there was a time when it was normal that women didn't wear pants. So what's normal is whatever we say it is. And if normal is what we say it is, then that means there's room for your concept of normalcy and mine. But we hang on to our ideas, our beliefs, as if there is no other way to look at the matter. There's no other way to deal with it. There's no other way to be normal. What's normal for me may not be normal for you. And normal just means what most people do. They created this curve, mathematically, they say, of what is considered normal. And on the normal curve, most of the normal people, are right in the center. About 68% of people are right there in the center, if you will, or close to the center of the curve. But it extends out. And the farther you get away from the line in the middle, which is where the average, which is what's supposed to be normal, the less you are like normal people on whatever measure you're doing. So it could be, I don't know, IQ, something else they made up. But anyway, so, and that's because most people are right here. But that doesn't mean that is the absolute truth about anything. It just means that's what most people do. And then there are people that they're the curve, it has tails on both ends, one on the right, one on the left. So depending on how you are, let's say intelligence, you might be extremely abnormal in the sense that you may be extremely intelligent, whatever the scale, whatever that means, compared to the people in the middle. And then on the other end, you're extremely not intelligent compared to the people on the other end of the tail. So somebody decided that there's a particular measure for what normal is on so many different measures. And we bought it. We believe it. And therefore, somebody who doesn't like school or doesn't read well, or somebody who's extremely good at math, we have values about those. We have ideas about those, and we bought them. And so if you have a child or a parent who is not fitting in these boxes, then you would say they are normal or abnormal depending on how you're looking at it. Can't you see how that divisive that is? Can you see how much that comes between you and someone else? I mean, you might not be a good reader, but you might be a genius mathematician, or you may not be good at math, but you might be an extremely creative mind, artist, musically, theatrically, verbally, whatever. Or you just may work well with your hands. So there are lots of ways that you can be good at something that is not considered normal. There are a lot of people who go to college just because that's what they do in their family. That's what normal people in their family do. And they don't even want to be there. But they're trying to fit into a box that doesn't work for them. So can you imagine some kid going off to school this coming May or in the summer, and because that's what they do in their family, because that's what normal people do. That's what regular people do. They're going to college. They don't want to go. They don't like school. They don't like learning. They don't like reading. They have their own way of doing all of that. But because they want to have a sense of calm when they go home for the Christmas holiday and nobody asking them about why they're not in school, they go. That's a disruptive relationship, not just with his family or her family members, but with him or herself, trying to be something that they're not. So I'm inviting you in your relationships. How then do you let people do and be who they are and not who you want them to be? Because what's normal, what's right, what's good, what's average for you may not work for them. And can you be open to that? Can you let go of what you think is right, in this case, normal, for the sake of the relationship of your child or your parent? I just want to throw that out there. You do what you want to do with that. And that applies really quite to all of this. I just think there's a better way to do it, and I'm just making my case for it. All right. Until we talk again, this has been Dr. Deborah, and just be open, because what's normal for you may not be normal for me, and that should be okay if you know how to love me.